The moment didn't begin with something obvious. There was no dramatic music cue, no sudden spotlight isolating them from the rest of the stage. Instead, it unfolded quietly, almost naturally, so subtle at first that only the most attentive fans noticed. But once it started, it became impossible to ignore. On that night, in front of thousands of fans, something about Jungkook and Jimin felt different, deeper, more intense, and undeniably more personal than ever before. From the early stages of the performance, Jungkook's attention seemed to drift toward Jimin more frequently than usual. It wasn't just part of choreography or playful fan service. His gaze lingered. Even in moments when the focus should have been elsewhere, he found his way back to Jimin, as if drawn by instinct. Fans who have followed their dynamic for years immediately sensed it. This wasn't the same light teasing they were used to. There was a softness in Jungkook's expression, something almost vulnerable, like he wasn't trying to hide what he felt in that moment. Jimin, on the other hand, appeared both aware and slightly overwhelmed by the attention. Each time he caught Jungkook looking at him, his reaction was telling. A shy smile, a brief glance away, then a quiet return of eye contact. As if caught in a silent conversation, only the two of them understood. It created a tension that spread across the entire stadium, a kind of emotional electricity that fans could feel even from a distance. As the concert progressed, their interactions became more frequent, more noticeable. During one of the transitions between songs, Jungkook moved closer to Jimin in a way that didn't seem planned. There was no choreography guiding that step, no formation requiring that proximity. He simply closed the distance, standing just within Jimin's personal space. For a brief second, time seemed to slow. Jimin looked up at him. Jungkook didn't look away. That single moment, eye to eye, breath to breath, was enough to send the crowd into an uproar. But what happened next is what truly left fans stunned. Jungkook leaned in. Not dramatically, not in a way meant to be theatrical, but just enough to blur the line between playful closeness and something far more intimate. It was a movement so small, yet so powerful, that it felt almost surreal. Did he actually try to kiss Jimin? That question would explode across social media within minutes. Clips would be replayed endlessly, slowed down, zoomed in, analyzed frame by frame. Some fans insisted it was just a teasing gesture, a continuation of their long history of affectionate fan service. Others argued that it felt different this time, less like a performance, more like a genuine impulse that almost slipped through in front of everyone. Jimin's reaction only deepened the mystery. Instead of pulling away immediately, he froze for a split second, eyes widening before breaking into a soft, almost bashful laugh. He gently turned his head, creating just enough distance to diffuse the moment without rejecting it. That reaction, neither fully accepting nor completely avoiding, left fans even more convinced that what they witnessed wasn't entirely scripted. The energy in the stadium shifted instantly. Screams erupted from every corner, a mix of shock, excitement, and disbelief. Some fans covered their mouths, others clutched their friends, trying to process what they had just seen. It wasn't just about the possibility of a kiss, it was about the emotion behind it, the closeness, the hesitation, the almost. And from that point on, everything felt amplified. Every glance between them carried more weight. Every smile felt more meaningful. Jungkook seemed more relaxed, almost lighter, as if crossing that invisible boundary, even slightly, had changed something within him. Jimin, too, appeared softer, his interactions with Jungkook becoming more open, more natural, as though whatever had just happened allowed them to drop a layer of restraint. Fans began to notice the smallest details. The way Jungkook instinctively moved toward Jimin during group moments. The way Jimin didn't step away. The way their laughter seemed more private, more shared, even in the middle of a massive stage. It wasn't loud or exaggerated. It was quiet, consistent, and deeply felt. By the time the encore arrived, the emotional atmosphere had reached its peak. The members were saying their goodbyes, waving to fans, soaking in the energy of the night. But even then, the focus kept returning to those two. Standing close, shoulders brushing, exchanging looks that felt like unfinished sentences. And perhaps that's what made the night so unforgettable. There was no confirmation in words, no official statement, no clear answer to the question that now filled every corner of the fandom. But there was something else, something harder to define, yet impossible to dismiss. A feeling, a moment that felt too real to be purely performance, yet too subtle to be declared as fact. Was it just another instance of fan service taken slightly further than usual? Or was it a rare glimpse into something more personal, something that slipped through in a moment of emotion? The truth is, no one knows for certain. But what fans witnessed that night wasn't just an almost kiss. It was a shift, a change in energy, in presence, in connection. And whether it was intentional or not, Jungkook and Jimin created a moment that blurred the line between what is shown and what is felt. Days later, the conversation still hasn't faded. If anything, it's grown stronger, fueled by endless clips, theories, and interpretations. And yet, despite all the analysis, one thing remains unchanged: the impact of that single moment. Because sometimes it's not about what actually happens. It's about what almost happens and how real it feels when it does. And as the footage continued to circulate, something even more intriguing began to emerge. Not just the moment itself, but everything that came after it. Fans started paying closer attention to Jungkook's behavior in the minutes following that near contact, and what they noticed only deepened the mystery. He didn't laugh it off immediately, like a typical playful tease. Instead, there was a brief pause, almost like he was collecting himself, before breaking into a soft smile that felt unusually sincere. Jimin, too, seemed affected in a way that was hard to ignore. He stayed close, not creating the usual playful distance that often follows those kinds of interactions. If anything, he appeared more comfortable, more at ease, as though the boundary between them had shifted, even if just slightly. Their body language spoke volumes. It wasn't exaggerated or attention-seeking. It was quiet, steady, and consistent. As the night went on, fans began connecting the dots. This wasn't an isolated moment. Earlier in the concert, there had been smaller hints, fleeting touches, shared glances, subtle smiles that now seemed more significant in hindsight. The almost kiss wasn't the beginning. It was the peak of a series of interactions that had been building all night. What made it even more compelling was how unforced everything felt. In an environment where performances are often tightly choreographed and carefully managed, this moment stood out precisely because it didn't fit that mold. It felt spontaneous, unscripted, like something that wasn't meant to happen but did anyway. Online discussions quickly evolved beyond simple reactions. Fans weren't just asking what happened, they were asking why it felt so different this time. Some pointed out the emotional intensity in Jungkook's eyes, describing it as more open than usual. Others focused on Jimin's response, noting how natural and unguarded it seemed. There was a shared sense that both of them, even if only for a second, had let their guard down. And yet, despite all the speculation, there was also a growing understanding among many fans that not everything needs to be defined. Moments like these don't always fit neatly into clear categories. They exist somewhere in between friendship and something deeper, between performance and reality. In the days that followed, neither Jungkook nor Jimin addressed the moment directly.
No clarificatiam, no denial, no explanatiam.
And strangely, that silence only made the moment feel even more meaningful. Because instead of being shaped by words, it remained exactly what it was: raw, open to interpretation, and deeply felt by those who witnessed it. For many armies, that night became more than just another concert memory. It became a moment of connection, not just between two idols on stage, but between the artists and the fans who felt something genuine unfold in real time. Whether seen as a fleeting emotional impulse or a glimpse into something more personal, it left an imprint that continues to linger. Because in the end, it wasn't about proving anything. It was about feeling something real, even if only for a second.